Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Mirastriparan Takare. Banushashi Bamisato. Buddhasha Gurusha Shukra. Shani Rahu Keteva. Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100, your weekly astro video zine. This one is for Friday, January 31st through the 6th of February 2025. So what do we have going on this week? Let's look at the moon. First of all, the moon's in the constellation of Aquarius, and this is just sort of that first crescent coming on. This is, we're in that Chinese New Year season of the wood snake now, and this year is more feminine, folks. It's a little more on that passive side, and I think one of the things to keep in mind here is that transformation takes place sometimes with receiving what you need rather than doing. And this is more of a year where we receive things. I mean, the color green is somewhat more auspicious this year, for certain years more than others, because of the wood element. And so dealing with the ecology is going to be a big deal. Now, the other part of this thing, and let's not forget that when we're talking about ecology, there's a lot of greenwashing going on. There's a lot of billionaires and corporate powers, possibly even climatic alterations done by man intentionally to create crisis and to create opportunities for real estate investments, controlled cities, whatever. And that might sound conspiratorial, but it really isn't if you look at the records and the business dealings of these people. You just have to take honest looks at things, and that's scary in these times. It really is, and it's not popular. But at the same time, look at what we've got going on here. We've got ourselves a moon in the constellation of Aquarius today. And the part of Aquarius the moon is a lunar mansion and a Shadabishak. Shadabishak is about healing. It's about health. And Shadabishak is ruled by Rahu, the north node of the moon. And so there's a desire without a bottom. Now, the ruling deity is known as Varuna. And Varuna can allow light of truth to come through people, but it also can be somewhat deceptive and demonic. There's a lot of sensitivity. There's a lot of willingness to be alone in Shadabishak. And there's sometimes an alienation of people that even want to do the right thing. And you wish them well. And I think it's important at this time not to be a hater. Even if someone's doing something bad in leadership or whatever, when you start hating, you actually start taking on their bad karma. And I see a lot of this, especially in the political realm, but this even can be with people at work that you're working with, or, best thing to do is to pray for them and to wish that they would get better and see the light of and act appropriately. When we condemn people, one thing I remember this minister one time said is that condemnation is a lot easier than investigation. And I've seen a lot of people condemning people without really investigating reasons why and what's going on. And so it's, the horrors of it all, And if that's what you choose to look at, and if that's what you want to feed yourself, then that's what you're going to get, What we're looking at mentally And with our eyes is what we're feeding ourselves. So, I mean, that's why I recommend people get out in nature, see beautiful things, look at beautiful, beautiful animals, beautiful trees, beautiful landscapes, beautiful people. And I'm not talking about like artificially done up people, but, you know, really healthy people, people that exuberate, or kind people, people that are giving. You know, they may not look attractive on the outside, but they're doing things to give to others and to help them move forward. They're doing a world of good. Now, in Western astrology, which is what most of this show is about, and if you're watching Cosmic Kevin 100 for the first time, or second or third, or I really would love it if you would subscribe. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and you know, I mean, eventually I'd like to hit 10,000 plus subscribers. But you know, and you people have helped me with this, and I so appreciate you so much for that. You're amazing, and you're a blessing for the whole planet. So Western astrology, this is not the constellation that we're going to see the moon in today. It's Western astrology is based on seasons and where the sky was in 150 AD. And they're like, really? Yeah, really. And so it's just like that's one of those other things, you know, we don't always investigate, so we don't know about Vedic astrology because we live in a Western society, so tropical astrology is what most people identify with here. And that's what this show's about, but I kind of want to take you in. If you ever do want to get a reading from me, send me a DM and we could work something out. You know, I do readings for people. I take Venmo at Cosmic Kev, and even if you want to make a donation and just bless yourself blessing me, that's okay too. Really appreciate you. So Pisces, you know, Pisces is the astrological sign that in Western astrology the moon's at, and this is about using our imagination, and it's about kindness and sensitivity. Its key phrases, I believe. Now, where Venus is right now in the Western zodiacs, it's a place of exaltation. Actually, Venus is in Pisces in both Vedic astrology and Western astrology right now. And in Vedic astrology, it's going to be in Pisces for 4 months. So this is going to be maybe one of the most creative 4 months we're ever going to see. And the sign of Pisces, you know, Pisces, Jupiter ruled sign. Of course, we have Neptune in Western astrology, but it's also the feminine side of the guru, like really good female teachers. And so that's something to be elevated. It's also kind of like our completions, our endings, and there's going to be a lineup in Vedic astrology of Pisces planets in late March, and man, there's going to be some bonkers changes, folks. And the best thing to do is just align yourself with the spiritual world. That outer world, those kingdoms, political things, they're nothing really compared to what's in your heart. That's why Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. So you get this kingdom right, everything around you will start to get right. So you don't have to worry about politics, who you vote for, or any of that nonsense. As long as you got this kingdom together, you're going to be in a good place. And so I just want to express that and spread that. We do better when we light a candle than to curse the darkness. And so there's a lot of sensitivity this weekend, especially today, Friday, and tomorrow, as the moon's in Pisces, and then the moon goes into Aries in Western astrology. Sunday, Monday, Venus goes into Pisces in Western astrology Monday night, and whether you're Vedic or Western astrology, Jupiter goes direct on Tuesday. So a lot of that kind of locked up introspective spot, you know, our good fortune, our spiritual teachers, our relationship with our fathers, all of this can start improving as of Tuesday this week. So, I mean, with that said, we're going to go sign by sign, and we're going to do this, folks. We are going to do this. Also, I wanted to say happy Imbolc, happy St. Bridget's Day. So Imbolc, February 1st, St. Bridget's Day, I think is February 1st or 2nd, depending where you are. You know, St. Bridget really, and the Bridget, originally goddess of fire, kind of a pagan goddess, pre-Christian times of creativity, of smithcrafting, of healing, and of poetry. And that's what we really want to focus on right now. It's kind of auspicious to wear red on her day, and it's the cross quarters, you know, halfway from winter solstice to spring equinox. So, you know, buds are swelling. I saw my first blossoms in Chico today, and I mean, it started out kind of cold. It was like 31 degrees this morning. It was frost everywhere, and I mean, that's not that cold. We've been colder, but you know, it's you know, it keeps the mosquitoes down. I like that. Okay, so we're going to start sign by sign in Western tradition. And we're going to start with you, Aries. And so, greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Venus is going to come visit you this week. And there's going to be this sense of greater creativity. There's going to be a sense of beautiful people in your life, people you're attracted to. And this sense of giving is living. And because Venus is going to be with the North Node of the Moon, there could be a healing of things that were demotic and ungrounded, but there also is this kind of warning sign that not everything that is loving or seems sweet is going to have your best interest. So you have to sort of be discerning, be looking at things. And there's kind of like this karma express for you this weekend, even though the sun's in Aquarius, there's still social things going on for you, but you're really having to take a deep look at what your actions have created and where they're going. And a lot of family situations, a lot of karma situations need some cleanup right now. Greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your horoscope. And Uranus is in your first house, so there's a lot of change. And especially if you're later born Taurus, if you're born in that like third week of May, you know, between the 14th and 20th of May, you know, there's been some upheaval and inspiration at the same time that you have to look at. Well, everything's, you know, Venus. So Venus is going to go from your 11th house to your 12th house. So, you know, I would say, especially like if you're a male Taurus and you might be socially flirting with some woman, this could end up in the karma department for you. And 12th house can be like a trap sometimes. It can be a place of isolation. It can be a place of deception. It can be a place of loss. Now, I don't want to like be a bully to the 12th house, but you have to understand in astrology, when there's transits in your 6th house, the 8th house, or the 12th house, we call these Dusthana houses in Vedic astrology, there is something critical that you have to look at and observe. And you can do it if you go to your spiritual life, serving others, devotion, making donations, giving donations of your time, and you're gonna not experience as deep a hurt as you will if you ignore this. And you know what? We all go through transits in these houses every month and probably almost every week. You know, it's just being aware. And so I just want to urge you, Taurus, to just be aware. There's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders right now. And we're going into Gemini territory here. Seasonal Gemini, that is, not Vedic, of course. So, you know, Jupiter's in your first house, and you had a chance to be a little more introspective about your spiritual life and stuff, but now it's time to put the highest spiritual principles, the highest knowledge you have into direct action. And that direct action will yield some very positive results. Okay, we got to look at Mercury, of course, since you're all about Mercury. Mercury's in the 8th house. I mean, Mercury is saying rely on your intuition and that there's some real transformation going on here. And a lot of things dealing with other people's money and other people's property has to be attended to. And really, there's this public karma with all the Pisces planets. Like, you're going to be seen a lot, and what you have to give to others is going to make a big difference. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Moon in Pisces, kind of a pleasant Friday, pleasant Saturday. Sunday, Monday looks like you're more in the responsibility realm. And so taking on that responsibility is going to lead to where you shine, where your talents and skills are able to take over. And so that's a good thing too. What your gifts are to the public are going to be seen. Also, the other thing is that there's a lot of good fortune. There's a lot of spiritual learning. This is like a really good weekend for travel for you. And I think you're going to be taking in some beautiful things here. Well, greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. So for you, Aquarius is like your partner sign. So, Sun in Aquarius, 7th house, Pluto's there too. So looking at partnerships, looking how we deal with relationships. It's different, it's very different when you're young. I think, if you're like, between 15, almost 30, it's like all my hopes that this is going to somehow work out. Of course, there's a big difference between a 15-year-old and a 30-year-old. I get that. But there's still this kind of sensitivity to vulnerability, unless you've been like a major player throughout all your teens and 20s. And although that gives you a lot of experience, it also desensitizes yourself. So you're not able to experience necessarily as much intimate bliss as you would if you kind of took your time. It's kind of like when you're rushing a meal. You're not tasting all the flavors. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to dessert. Just relax, kick back, enjoy the process, when it comes to love, and things will be better. Now, love after 30, very mature. Love after 50 is like super mature. And, there's a lot more wear and tear, and I would say, anybody, I think even love after 35 or 40, I've heard it's like buying used clothes or something. It's okay. You got a lot of responsibility, Leo. You got a lot on your plate, and you need to work on health issues, and we will go from here to Virgo. Well, greetings, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. Aquarius time for Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. It's sort of like, it makes you even more Virgo-like. There's a lot of work to do. There's some obstacles, and there might be some people that are not really as kind. And you know what? You have to be thankful for those people, because they are putting you in training to be non-reactionary, to be compassionate, and to look deeper. Rather than, oh, this is an immediate inconvenience, I'm going to fight it. It's like, let's discover. Let's go in deeper. Let's encourage each other to go deeper. There might be something else to this. And it's not easy to do, because we live in a society of quick fixes. The other day I was going to the park, and I had this idea of giving like a dollar bill to everyone who is not on their phone. That's how many people are on their phones. And it's okay if you're watching this on your phone right now. Hey, thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, we're always trying to alleviate our pain and our suffering, and we do this primarily through distraction. When the pain and the suffering actually have incredible gifts, they are the poop that ends up being fertilizer and helps us to grow. And Virgo, you know all about poop. And so I see a lot of transformation. I see you improving your health. I see you getting stronger. I see like relationship issues are huge. Look at this lineup in your 7th house. So if you're in a place of rejection, just go within, go spiritually, clean yourself out. Have a relationship with yourself to be the kind of person you want to be in relationship with. And know that you can't control everything that's going on here, but that Jupiter is going direct in your career house. I get this sense that things are going to improve at work for you, and that opportunities are going to come with a better job. Ooh. Well, hello, Libra, and welcome to your horoscope. Now, Aquarius time is sort of a lovely time for Libra because it is about getting into your heart. If you have children, loving your children, being with your children, maybe some travel, some fun, some creative expression. All of this sounds brilliant, sounds wonderful. Relationship wise, Venus is going to go into your seventh house this week. So there's going to be some improvement in relationship. But, I have to kind of give you a warning. Venus is going to go retrograde for a while in the next couple of months. And, things get so wackadoodle, especially if you're somebody who has a lot of Venus ruled planets, certainly in a Vedic chart. Especially, I would say this is true. I mean, it could be true with a Western chart too, but my own experience is that because Vedic astrology is reflecting the actual sidereal astrology, what the outer planet's relationship is to us with the naked eye, what we're seeing. It's powerful, folks. It's very shamanic. So that means like most of you Libras are really Virgos, unless you're born after the 16th of October, and then, you're Libra then. So just pay attention to these little things in relationship right now and do a lot to work on your health. Your health needs help. Okay. Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome your horoscope. Mars ruled sun. Mars is in Cancer. It's debilitated there, but you're a Scorpio. You're a water sign. That's your ninth house. It's about exploration. So you're getting this other chance to explore some things that you wanted to explore and maybe you missed out a little bit, but now that exploration is coming to a wonderful place. And then also we have Jupiter going direct in the 8th house. This is significant because like your knowledge of the occult, of the spiritual world and secrets and other people's property and other people blessing you. Actually, you're going to get blessed by other people this week. It's going to be kind of humbling, and just keep on with the gratitude. Relationship stuff. I mean, look at all this Pisces planet in the 5th house. You're really in your heart. You're actually kind of this creative force to be recognized with right now. So keep on working on your creative stuff. You're getting so much juice to do the creative work. And I believe this is going to continue for you for quite a while. Even though you feel a little more introspective, perhaps, maybe a little weepy about your mom or your home, or, just take care of things as it comes. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome your horoscope. So yeah, big news for you. Jupiter going direct in your 7th house. So relationship issues that weren't working out so well, that are going forward right now. Let's go forward. Let's move with these. You're in an introspective place here. Might be some issues with siblings you're dealing with. Mercury in the 2nd house. I mean, you've got a lot to talk about. You've got your voice. And the North Node in Venus will eventually move in the 5th house. So a lot of things in your love life are going to kind of break through right now, which is super positive. It's just important not to be impatient and realize that you don't have to own other people's stuff, just let them have it, and keep moving forward, Sagittarius. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Now, Mercury's in the 1st house, so that gives you a lot of common sense, like the nuts and bolts of things, how to work things. I mean, look at this. Look at all these planets right down here. This is the introspective side of the house, deals with your inner life. Mars is in the 7th house, so, I mean, that can be open enemies in Western astrology. So if people are calling you on your poop or whatever, don't be retaliative. Actually be like a shock absorber. Say, wow, I just appreciate you sharing that with me. People don't expect that, there's people that implement hostility to try to get you off center. Because they don't feel enough power within their own self. So if they think if they can get a reaction out of somebody, it shows they have power. And I mean, if it's like they're just trying to tell a joke, that's cool, trying to get somebody to laugh. But most of these people are like trying to get somebody hurt, in a place of hurting. And, it's time for your health to improve with Jupiter moving forward. It's time for you to be inspired by your children. It's time for you to work on your communication skills, and whatever kind of creative arts you do, work on those as well, and keep in touch with your siblings. All right, greetings Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. And I just want to say happy birthday. I want to give a special birthday shout out to David Sutherland, Dragon Boy. So let's see, I believe he's turning 49. He's going to be a 49er this year, so that's really cool. And to my other Aquarius friends having birthdays this year, I mean, there's some of them that don't even want me to tell you it's their birthday. That's okay too. You know, I want to give a birthday shout out to Susan Woolrich, because she's like one of those people that want people to know she's having a birthday, and I think she's turning 79. That's incredible. Happy birthday, Susan. You're doing very well, and what a blessing you are. And Dragon Boy is a blessing too, and all these people in my life, you blessings, blessings. You're a chick who had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to you, and forward, folks. Let's keep moving forward with this. Oh yeah, and also to Lisa Brookfield. I think she's going for 52 now. Doing good. Thank you. Pay attention to your dreams, Aquarius, because there's some messages there. A lot of things financially are affecting you. Things involving your family are affecting you. And it's a good time, too, to physically work on just staying strong, getting strong. Never take your health for granted, folks. I mean, everything is temporary, you know. I mean, even like I said, even if you live to 108, it's still a short life. So just be grateful and value all that. And Aquarius, you got a lot of cool insights right now. Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope as we're kind of winding things up here. I mean, this is a good cluster of planets. We've got Saturn and Neptune together, you know, and there's a lot of shadow work. And there's this whole need to discipline yourself. And then there's, you know, Venus, and it's with Saturn and Neptune this weekend. And so, does your love reflect practical values? Does your love reflect high spiritual giving values? And the moon will be there, you know. What does your mother think of all this? What does your mind think about this? You know, and it's easy to be kind of spun and caught in your head. But you're kind of like the influencer this week. There's a lot of influence. And Aquarius time is not easy for Pisces because it reflects the 12th house, you know, house of loss. And we have, but Mars in the 5th house, even though it's debilitated, you know, in Cancer, that's in Western astrology, it's still, you know, so most of you Pisces are sidereal Aquarians, and, you know, and then, you know, Mars is in sidereal Gemini right now. But either way, it's like, if you have male children, pay a lot of attention to them, try to uplift them, be positive, be encouraging. And Jupiter, you know, going forward in your 4th house, good time to kind of clean up your house, good time to reestablish with your parents or with older members of your household. And if there's any fixed assets you want to sell or buy or move, all of that looks good too. So all in all, just stay in that spiritual zone, and, you know, in a few weeks you'll be able to break out when the sun goes into Pisces. And once again, thank you for being here, and thank you for subscribing, hitting the bell notification, sharing this with friends. You are the miracle you've been waiting for. I love you, and my prayer is, Great Spirit, just bless all the viewers, all the listeners. Show your highest works as a loving parent to all your children, whether they are in their hundreds or they're in their primary years. Just blessings on all as we go through this week. Om Shanti 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 Om Tat Sat. Thank you.